And so, the diary opens once more to a land of color, chaos, and cricket. A place where 1.43 billion people wake up every day, yet not a single one of them has ever seen their country play at a World Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, this is India. Ah, yes, India. The nation that gave the world yoga, Bollywood, and a batting average higher than most countries' GDP. But when it comes to football, they're the eternal bystanders. And that, dear listener, is not for lack of people, passion, or pitches. It's because somewhere between bureaucracy, bad timing, and barefoot legends, India managed to miss every possible train to football's grandest stage. Let's rewind. The year is 1948. India had just gained independence and sent a football team to the London Olympics, their first major international appearance. They played barefoot, literally, against France. They lost 2-1, but captured global curiosity, mostly from people wondering if they couldn't afford boots. 4 years later, they qualified for the 1950 World Cup in Brazil by default. Yes, every other Asian nation withdrew. All India had to do was show up. But they didn't. Officially, it was financial constraints. Unofficially, rumor had it, FIFA banned barefoot play, and India wasn't interested if they couldn't do it their way. Whether myth or fact, one truth remains. That was India's closest brush with the World Cup. The 1950s and 60s were India's so-called golden era. Under coach Saeed Abdul Rahim, the team won 2 Asian Games gold medals, 1951 and 1962, and finished 4th at the 1956 Olympics in Melbourne. Players like Chuni Goswami, P.K. Banerjee, and Tulsidas Balaram were stars. For a brief moment, India stood among Asia's elite before it all crumbled. Poor planning, lack of investment, and the rise of cricket took over. Football was left to fend for itself, with more politics than passes. By the 80s, Indian football had become a tragic comedy, a federation more focused on elections than qualifications. The All India Football Federation, AIIF, turned into a masterclass on how to turn potential into paperwork. And yet, hope kept reappearing like a bad sequel. The early 2000s saw Baichung Bhutia rise, a genuine icon. The Sikkimese sniper, who actually scored, captained, and inspired, often single-handedly. Then came Sunil Chhetri, the man still carrying Indian football on his back in his late 30s, with more international goals than Neymar. But no matter how many goals he scored, he couldn't score India into a World Cup. Because this wasn't a team problem, it was a system problem. Infrastructure lagged, youth development was a rumor, and the Indian Super League, launched in 2014 with Bollywood glitz, brought entertainment but not necessarily elevation. Stadiums were full, ads were louder, but FIFA rankings still chilling in the 100s. Today, in 2025, India sits ranked around 120th in the world, below nations smaller than some of its shopping malls. They've built new stadiums, hosted the Under-17 World Cup, and promised reform after reform. Yet qualification remains a distant dream, like a Bollywood hero chasing the train that's already left the station. with 1.43 billion people, and not a single one of them who's seen their country play in the World Cup. It's a paradox so perfect, it almost deserves a trophy of its own. So until the day India trades cricket bats for football boots, the world's biggest democracy will keep watching the world's game from the sidelines.